In this video, we're going to be discussing the Validator. Now, the Validator is an amazing tool that allows you to recalculate your existing strategies using new historical data. This way, you can very quickly and very easily test whether your strategies or your expert advisors are still profitable in current market conditions. Basically, how it works is that you can import various files to the Validator, for example, expert advisors, portfolio experts, or entire collections. If the backtest when running the Validator produces good results, then the strategy will automatically go into your collection. Always remember to empty your collection prior to running the Validator, so that if you have strategies in your collection from before, they don't get mixed up with the strategies that will go into your collection when you run the Validator. If you would like to keep the strategies that were in the collection from before, simply download them as a collection. Just as a tip, when you do download your collection, save them in a folder where you can give it a unique name so you know exactly what they are. For example, you could call it Euro USD, H1, and the date. That way you know exactly which expert advisors or which collection they are. So coming back to the Validator and the layout for the Validator, first thing you'll see is that you have a toolbar similar to the one from the generator. And here you have your progress, the amount of strategies that have been calculated, and how many have been ascended. In other words, how many have met the criteria that you have set in the Validator. So as mentioned previously, you can upload files such as expert advisors, portfolios, or collections into this section here, or you can simply drag and drop. What we're going to do is we will upload a collection, and to do that we just click and then we can just select one of our collections, click open, and the collection is now loaded. As you can see, we have 100 strategies loaded. Now you can navigate through the rest of the program, through the rest of the site, and your strategies will remain in place. Now that we have our collection uploaded, the next thing we need to do is select the latest historical data and just ensure that we have the correct asset. So we select historical data. We will go to our premium data as our data source. USD CAD is the correct symbol, and the period is M15, which again is the correct time frame. From there, we will go to our Validator Settings, and this is where you can set your out of sample, or you can include acceptance criteria. It is advisable to include acceptance criteria, and again, you have many options available here. And this is so that you can filter out all of the strategies that don't meet the criteria that you actually want in your strategy. So we'll go back to the Validator, and in much the same way as the reactor and the generator, here you have all of the same options. So you have optimization strategies, you have the full data optimization, you have the walk forward, as well as the normalization, and you have your robustness tools that we discussed in the previous video, which is the walk forward validation, the Monte Carlo validation, and the multi-market validation. In the same way as the reactor, when you select any of them, then on the right here you can see the statistics for the option that you have selected. And once we have selected all of the criteria that we want and all of the settings that we want, we just click on Start. And what you'll see is that it's running, it has calculated the strategies, and you see our progress is on 1%. There are many strategies for it to calculate, so it will be calculating it. And it will be also running through the optimization strategies as well as the performance robustness testing. Once it is complete, in our collection, we will have all of the strategies that have passed the criteria that we have set, and from there we can see if our strategies that we have uploaded would work well and according to our criteria in current market conditions.